About a month ago, I posted a video on my Instagram that outlined my absolute favorite part of the olive harvest. There was one element about harvesting olives that I was not expecting, and I had to share with y'all. So when we arrived, we began setting up the tarps underneath the olive trees and immediately went to work. And as we're picking the olives, we're letting them fall to the tarp below. As all the olives hit the tarp sporadically, they make this sound that's just like rainfall. The sound of rain, the olive trees themselves, they're all beautiful things and they have so much meaning. But after I had posted that video, I knew that I would be making a mistake if that's all I had shared about the harvest. After all, this project is about the people. And to understand the people, you need to understand what matters to them most. And to Palestinians, that is their land and the livelihood that they're able to provide for themselves and their families with the land. The olive trees in this part of the earth have been rooted here for many, many years. Some are even called Roman olives, like the one that I'm sitting under now, because they date back to the Roman Empire. And for generations, the people here have put in their blood, sweat, and tears, raising these trees as if they were their children, so that they could come back every fall and harvest them. For many families here in Palestine, olives and the olive oil that comes from it is a viral source of income. My father, his father, his father's father, and so on have maintained this tradition for many years. And this year I had the privilege to experience and to participate in this phenomenon. One early morning in the month of October, I head out with my family to a large plot of land that's a little ways away from the village. This land that we call the Hrat is owned by my grandfather as well as other members of our family and is sprawled with hundreds of olive trees. We get to work and I'm trying to capture everything from the setting down of the tarps to the hand picking of the olives to collecting them in buckets. We even had a couple members from a peace organization come out and help us. These olive trees have such a powerful presence that they unite everyone underneath them. And although everyone was having a grand old time, none of us could shake off the feeling that we weren't wanted there. You see, the Hrat, the land that we harvested on, sits next to an illegal settlement called Adi Ad that is placed on stolen Palestinian land. And so this obviously causes tension and even violence between the settlers and the Palestinians. And since the Israeli Defense Force takes sides with the settlers, they grant my family only a few days out of the year to come and harvest the olive trees. While we're there, the IDF patrols the perimeter in their jeeps and on foot and are heavily armed. And so the presence of settlers and armed soldiers gives everyone an uneasy feeling and really taints this otherwise blissful experience. Early that morning before we had left, we had gotten word from a group that was already there that the settlers had cut down many of our trees. And so when we arrived, my uncle turned to me and said not to say anything to my grandfather because we knew how much it would hurt him. It wasn't soon after though when out of the corner of my eye, I see my grandfather walking at a faster pace towards the part of the land that was near the settlements.
أنا استشهدت يا رفاق احملوني وعلى خشاب البرود اسندوني اتركوني بحفرتي قبل ثراها إذا ما فيك لا أهل تشيلوني أمان تحقق بنفسي مناها وعلى قبلة وطننا مددوني وخلي الوالد تزيد برضاها وعني قبلوا يد الحنوني بحلم الليل لو طيفي أجاها.
Over 200 trees had been cut down. Their hope with this harassment, with this abuse of power, is that one day my grandfather and other Palestinians will just give up and not return to their land to take care of it and the olive trees. Because once that happens, we've lost the fight, and they'll begin expanding their illegal settlements onto our land. But you want to know something? I'm not worried. I'm not. Because something that I saw that day is my family, even after seeing the damage to their trees, they didn't let it faze them. They continued to harvest the olives with smiles on their faces. The Palestinian spirit isn't broken. And the people here will keep coming back to their land. These olive trees have rooted us here, and we're not going anywhere.